What you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
Welcome to episode 8, volume 3 of the Fantasy Formula, your one-stop shop for all the waiver wire wonders, the over-under gems, and all of your fantasy diamonds in the rough. Come to one store for all of your fantasy information and build a successful football team, and also beat your bookie at the same time, Ad.
We're like the Family Dollar.
Yes, we are. Maybe just a little bit better quality merchandise, though.
We're like Rite Aid.
We're something, I'll tell you that. So without further ado, let's meet our starting lineup for the fastest growing fantasy football show in the entire land. On the wheels of steel, he's the executive producer extraordinaire. He's Chris Magic Hands Fry.
Straight off the what do you call it? The unemployment line. Glad to have you back.
Good to see you over there, buddy.
Good to see you, buddy.
Absent today in the booth, but never absent in our hearts, Addison. He's Jay Dynamite Johnson. JJ. And on the mic to my right, he needs no other introductions besides the bald bull. He's Addison Houday Fox.
What's up, people out there in fantasy land? What's happening?
Yes, sir, and you know who's on the mic talking to you today is Chad the Hitman East. So happy to be here on week 5 of NFL football and fantasy football.
You're happy to be here.
You know, it could be on better terms.
I'm going to start out the show.
Terms.
We talked about this before we went on air. You're happy to be here, Chad. Tell me how you really feel.
It's not a good feeling, Addison. This has been the worst start to – I've been playing fantasy football for 14 years. This is definitely the worst start I have ever had. 0-4, Hickory League. 1-3, Raleigh League.
So those are 2 leagues you're picking?
2-2. No, 2-2 in the other Hickory League.
Because we never really established that, so I guess I'll let you have the 2-2 league. So you really should only have one win.
No,
I'm 5.
You're not going to choose. You said I could choose the leagues that I wanted as long as one of them was the Hickory League.
Right. So you can't flip-flop. You better pick now. Let's establish what leagues we're picking on the bet.
Both Hickory Leagues. That's fine. Both Hickory Leagues.
So you're 2-2 and 0-4.
And the bet is the loser has to wear a bikini.
So you're 2-6, right?
Was that the bet?
Yeah, you're 2-6. I'm 5-3.
I talked to your wife, and I'm not. This is completely legit. Okay, completely legit. I'm not
Dude, I would
creating
look like a burrito.
things. That's her exact words.
Dude, she
said, "Chad, you better win that bet because nobody over there at the Mesh wants to see Addison in his
you
bikini."
wouldn't even see the Lycron. It would be hidden.
Speaking of you and your lovely wife, Addison, it was good to see you out and about socially here this weekend in Hickory, North Carolina. We attended a nice event. Saw you out there shaking hands, kissing babies, dancing a little bit on the floor.
Election time's coming up, and I'm thinking about throwing my name in the hat. Thinking about it.
Well, good luck with that.
I mean, the government shut down. I mean, they're not going to do a job. I mean, hell, I think I'm a suitable candidate.
Dude, this is getting ridiculous, man.
Retarded.
They're even canceling football games now. Did you hear Air Force and Navy can't play this weekend because they're government related, so they're canceling the football game.
Dude,
it's nuts.
People can make $200,000 a year. They need to be gone. Everybody needs to be gone.
Yeah.
Sorry, I pulled a Chad. Hold on.
Addison.
Yeah, Jennifer, what's up?
I've already pulled that move. You can't try that one. All right, Addison, let's jump right into the fantasy formula here for week 5. I want to start with the injury report, and we're going to kind of mesh a lot of things together. Not only will we hit you with the injury report, we're going to hit you with waiver wire wonders at the same time. Ad, you ready to roll?
Let's roll, baby.
Here we go. Starting first for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, there's not too many injuries to report here for the Cardinals. The one thing I did want to point out, Larry Fitzgerald was getting back to kind of getting it going again. Instead of questionable, he's now listed as probable. The big thing I want to talk about here real quick, Ad, is Rashard Mendenhall. The dude, even though he's probable to start, can you even put him in your lineups anymore as a viable running back too?
This is coming from somebody that has started Mendenhall since week 1. He's an RB1. There are some people nipping at his heels, but he is an RB1. A little dinged up with the toe, I think. But no. This is a week with the matchup. I don't like him. I think right now they're suitable other receivers. you got, believe it or not, Jericho Cottrey. You got Stephen Hill.
To replace, I'm talking about Mendenhall, the running back.
No, I'm talking about replace him, but I mean in a flex.
On a flex spot.
If anything, Mendenhall's your flex. I mean, he's not RB1, RB2 material. No. He's going to be a flex. So that being said, I'm saying they're suitable. Other replacements on the waiver wire, like there's 2 receivers I just mentioned, and some other running backs out of Cleveland, Obi-Wan Kenobi, whatever his name is.
What about the running back that's in Arizona? His name is Ellington. Man, a lot of people have scooped him up, kind of just stashing him. I think he's going to end up being the starter in Arizona before you know it.
True, but again, I mean, I still think there are some other receivers that can put up some more viable options for your flex right now because the NFL is a passing game. Unless you're the Minnesota Vikings, NFL is a passing game.
Yeah, I'm with you there, brother. That wraps up Arizona. Let's roll on to Atlanta real quick. Steven Jackson, it looks like he is still out. They are listing him as doubtful, but you know what? There's no way this guy is going to play. Give him about 2 more weeks. So you Steven Jackson owners, I know it's hard to stay put right now, but just stay put. He's going to come back. Julio Jones listed on the injury report, but nothing to worry about, just probable. Yep. Roddy White. He played last week from questionable to probable. He was on the field for 74 of the 76 offensive snaps. But do you know what I noticed in that game against New England, Ad? It's like normally he's really explosive. Like he can go up to get balls. He's quick off the line. He just seemed like it's not fully there. Give him some time. He will be there. But right now, I'm only going to list him about 85%. I had him on the bench the last 2 weeks. I moved him to my flex spot last week. So hopefully he's getting better as we go. Anything stand out there for Atlanta this week for you, Ad?
No, I think Stelling's going to be a drop. I mean, he's been getting some of the goal line carries almost in the last 2 years. He's been getting a lot of the goal line carries in the ATL. But I think Jaquiz Rogers is going to be the man.
Right.
But again, Snelling, it's a coin toss. I mean, it just they get the primary back, get him down to the goal line. They bring in the secondary to go in to the inside.
I'm glad you mentioned Rodgers. He's been in on 70% of the snaps, where Snelling's only getting 30, and he's seen about 65% of the targets in that offense too. So yeah, if you're going to keep anybody, because I've got them both on my bench right now. If I need to make some space for another player, I'm dropping Snelling. I'm keeping Rodgers. Good work there, Ed. Next up, man, how about Baltimore Ravens? Ray Rice did play.
Doo-doo.
He's still on.
Everybody is doo-doo.
Yeah, he's still on your injury report, but listed as probable. He says he suffered no setbacks with his hip last Sunday. He expects to be better this week. He got 5 darn touches last week. 5 touches.
I don't see it. I mean, you got Pierce, you got Rice, both of them. I mean, scrubs. Get away from them, and actually, you could dump Pierce, and I would put Ray Rice on the bench and leave him there till you see something better.
I'm going to differ with you here. I think if Ray Rice is going to shine, this will be the week, because Flacco threw the ball like 6. We'll talk about Flacco here in a little bit, but 60 times last weekend, and they lost the game. So they're going to try to work that offense to get Rice the ball.
Well, I mean, you got to run, set the pass. I understand that, but I mean, every receiver right now, they may have lost, but God, from a fan standpoint, Torrey Smith has been absolutely stellar. I mean, he's been awesome.
He's been pretty good. Yeah, he's been consistent as they come. Yes. Wide receiver, too, no doubt about it. One other thing, the guy on the other side of Torrey Smith, Marlon Brown, the rookie, he suffered a thigh injury in Sunday's loss to the Bills. He's listed as questionable. That guy has caught 3 touchdowns in 4 games. Yeah. So keep your eye on Marlon Brown. I'm sure he's already been picked up on a lot of waiver wires, but he is questionable. Moving on to the next team here on our injury report, we've got the Buffalo Bills. Big news about C.J. Spiller, dude. Right now, let me find the exact comment. He's questionable with an ankle. He was unable to practice Tuesday, and his availability for Thursday, because they play Thursday against the Browns. I don't think he's going to go.
Dude, Freddie Jackson's been the most hottest pickup on the waiver wire, or move from bench status to RB2 in all fantasy leagues.
Right. But just to jump on that, Fred Jackson, I don't know if you watched that game last week. He hurt his knee. Again. So you got Spiller went down, and so Fred Jackson owners were like, yeah. And then 10 minutes later, Fred Jackson goes down. Tashard Choice, remember this dude, Tashard Choice? He's the
from
third.
Dallas up there, yeah.
He's the third back. I'm definitely not saying pick him up, but Fred Jackson, questionable. Spiller, questionable. I bet Jackson will go. I bet Spiller sits the bench. Tashard Choice, if you're desperate.
We got to remember, a little iffy, but Choice was a starter in this league at one point. So, I mean, he's got some age on him, but he was a starter in Dallas.
Yeah. Hey, breaking news. Check this out, Ad. This is just coming across the ticker right here. Jackson was a limited participant in Monday's walkthrough practice, but he did practice Tuesday. He said, I sprained my MCL again. He has messed this dang MCL up like four times.
He's like, was it the Davis? Who's that kid from Panthers?
Steven Davis?
The linebacker.
Oh, Thomas Davis.
Thomas Davis, who's had like 14 MCL injuries.
Yeah, he's been on the injury report a lot. So for the Bills, Spiller, Jackson, keep your eyes on him for sure. Panthers, let's hear it, Ad. Injury. Carolina Panthers injury report looking pretty good here. I don't think anything that's really standing out. The big news coming out of Charlotte here, Jonathan Stewart ran a series of sprints at Monday's practice and could make his season debut Week 7 against the Rams. That's just really 3 weeks from now. Jonathan Stewart could be back in a Panther uniform.
Week 7.
Would you pick him up now?
How many years has he been in the league?
4 or 5.
How many complete seasons has he won?
None. Has it been one complete? I don't know. I don't even know if he's got one.
because he got the big contract because he had back him and
D'Angelo
had both had 12, 1,300 yards rushing.
Yeah.
And I think that was it.
Yeah.
That was only a year.
I'd say way sneaky pickup, especially if you're like a 14-team league. Maybe you grab Jonathan Stewart next week, hold on to him, incognito. Nobody else knows you got him, and then play him.
Dude, I'm looking at most of my leagues right now. He's not there.
Really? So somebody's stashed him already?
But he hasn't been there. He has not been there.
I know he got drafted, but I figured he'd be cut by now. Anyway, you keep perusing that thing. We're going to move on to the next one. Injury report. Chicago Bears is next on our list. Everybody looking pretty good. Brandon Marshall had a little scare the previous week, but he is good to go. Not even on the injury report now. Moving on. Next up, Cincinnati Bengals. That's your Cincinnati Bengals.
Hooday, baby. Hooday.
Nothing big here. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis.
Basically, they should have something because they lost to freaking Cleveland. They lost to the Turds. The Cleveland Turds.
I almost called that game, but I was thinking there's no way Cincinnati's going to let this.
I thought you said you almost called me and rubbed it in my face.
Dude, do I have anything to say as a Pittsburgh fan? No, I don't deserve to talk to anybody about their team.
The steel curtain or the plantation shutters, the Venetian, that's what y'all, Venetian blinds.
Just exactly.
Cotton drapes.
Just come on through them. Yeah, come on through. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, 6 carries for 13 rushing yards. He's basically, it seems like he's lost his job to Giovanni Bernard. He's the only person offensively here that I see that's on the injury report, but just probable. Next up for the Browns, Brandon Whedon, probable to go, but do you think there's any way he takes over Hoyer's spot now that Hoyer's 2-0 as quarterback?
Dude, I'm actually thinking about starting Hoyer.
He's a waiver wire wonder for sure this week.
Dude, I mean, I got the transaction in.
Oh, it's already
done. I get
him? Ooh, wow.
Dude, because I drafted Eli in 10th, 11th round, thinking, Eli, that was my reasoning. They throw the ball. You want a quarterback? I mean, first game, he had some picks, but he still threw for 400 some yards.
Right. Since then,
nothing. So after week 2, I put Ben Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger.
I started him. So Hoyer has come out slinging the ball.
I'll just tell you, just in my opinion, I think that Eli's got the Eagles this week. Dude, I would start Eli over Hoyer, though. We're going to hit all the matchups here in a little bit, but just think about that. I do like Hoyer. There's no way Whedon gets his job back unless something really goes bad for Hoyer in the next couple of games. He deserves the starting position at Cleveland. He's 2-0.
Josh Gordon back there, and then some other.
Jordan Cameron, this tight end. Holy
Jordan
cow.
Cameron,
phenomenal.
Josh Gordon. And then you got the secondary players, the Greg Little, who's still no scrub. He's still a decent receiver. They got receivers. They have a squad of receivers right there that can play. Because he went to Carolina. He went to a good school.
Hey, sad news for all you Tennessee Volunteer fans. This dude who I drafted the last 2 years.
Because you're a Tennessee Volunteer fan.
Montario Hardesty. You know what I'm talking about, this guy? We talked about him the last 2 years during the fantasy formula, thinking this is his week to break out. This is his week to break out. Guess what? He got released from Cleveland yesterday. He's gone.
Oh,
so sorry, Monterey Hardesty guys. Jersey owners, if y'all have a Hardesty jersey, it's time to go ahead and set it afire.
eBay.
Or burn it on the bonfire. Dallas Cowboys, here we go. He got Miles Austin still questionable. That hamstring has been bothering him for 3 years. He did not practice today, which is Wednesday, October the 2nd. He was able to fit in some rehab work on the field, but he is not suiting up. Big news, this other wide receiver, this Terrence Williams, rookie, taking Miles Austin's spot. Miles Austin can be looking for a place to work next year. Other people on the injury report, I think everybody's looking good. Tony Romo still has ribs bothering him a little, but he's definitely going to play. So Dallas Cowboy fans looking good there. Denver Broncos, next on the injury report. Champ Bailey, questionable. He has not played all year, so that defense for the Broncos. Think about when Champ Bailey gets back and the linebacker. You know the dude I'm talking about that got suspended?
Finn.
Anyway, everybody knows who I'm talking about there. His name is escaping me, but they're both going to be back. Champ Bailey might be back this week, and that fellow will definitely be back in 2 weeks, coming off his suspension for substance abuse. But when these guys come back, that Denver D just got a lot better. Other players on the injury report for
Vaughn.
Yeah, that's it. Von Miller. Thank you. Boom. Addison. Points for Addison. 12 points for Addison. Good job, Ad Rock. All right. We got Wes Welker on the injury report, but he is probable. Tweaked his ankle, as did Demaryius Thomas. Both those guys, it's looking like they're going to play. No problem there. Next up, Detroit Lions. All right. Worries. Got some worries here. Reggie Bush, did you watch that game? Played fun.
Do we have worries?
No, I'm just saying. You got sound effects.
I got sound effects.
You got sound effects. 12 more points for Addison. Yeah, you're just racking up the points today, Ad Rock. Well, Reggie Bush came in last weekend for the Detroit Lions, played fantastic, looked good, but wide receiver-wise, Calvin Johnson looked a little slow. They did say today he did not practice today, undisclosed reasons. I don't know.
No practice?
He did not practice. Exactly. Calvin Johnson, and all the Calvin Johnson owners right now, just a tad worried because he has carried my team in the one league I drafted him. If he's out, and that's going to hurt Detroit overall.
Is that where your 2 wins came from?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So Matt Stafford, Reggie Bush, everybody's affected if Calvin goes down. Next up on our report, the Green Bay Packers. Big news here, Ad Rock. James Starks, waiver wire wonder 2 weeks ago. Everybody wanted him after his big week. Had a bye last week. Looks like he will not play this weekend against the Lions. Eddie Lacy participated in practice. Eddie Lacy might be the starting running back in Green Bay land. What do you think about Eddie Lacy starting this week for your fantasy team if you had him?
I like Eddie Lacy. I mean, but Starks is back.
They said he's not going to play.
Oh, they said, okay,
yeah, they said
Eddie Lacy. I'm messing my sound effects.
Exactly. Put your sound effects machine down and pay attention to what the man on the mic is saying to you, okay? James Starks, he messed his knee up, did not practice on Wednesday, questionable to play in the game on Sunday. So, Eddie Lacy
like
fans,
because Franklin,
he's questionable too. His knee's messed up. He practiced.
He looked good. But I like Eddie Lacy.
He practiced on Monday.
Eddie Lacy's going to start if they're going to have a back. I mean, if that's their choices.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm still messing my sound effects. I'm not
please try to focus here. I mean, you got the focus of like a second grader. All right, let's move on. We're going to Houston Texans injury report, okay? Houston Texans. Andre Johnson played last week. He's listed on the injury report, but probable. He had the shin injury. The shin slowed him down none last week as he had 9 catches on 12 targets for 110 yards. Ben Tate still nursing his shoulder, but Arian Foster messed his thumb up. Probable to play. He looked good last week against the Seahawks.
Let me tell you, the big thing is he held onto the ball.
Yeah, true.
Ben Tate can't hold onto the ball. I think Ben Tate probably would be having more carries if he holds onto the ball.
Yeah. You know, in Houston, this DeAndre Hopkins, everybody's already picked him up. He didn't get much love last week, but I think they're going to start working him more into the offense. The other thing is Matt Schaub, if you watched him against Seattle last weekend, that dude played good first half. Second half, he pretty much blew the game. I see a heavy dose of Arian Foster and Ben Tate moving forward. So anyway, y'all, Arian Foster, it's been slow. Owners, it's been slow.
From my inside point of view, I've heard Denard Hopkins that he may be a drop this week.
Really?
Yeah, I think he. I don't know if he's had some rifts with run-ins with the coaches. I don't know, but they said his playing time may be limited next couple weeks.
You are kidding me.
There was no reason behind it. Some other talk shows were talking about it. I was like, whoa. And they said one of the key drops. He was like the third drop on 3 different shows.
He's been puffing that ganj.
Maybe on the tweet. Maybe on the tweet.
Houston Texans. Well, y'all, hey, you heard it from Addison. If it comes from Addison's source, you know it's drug-related.
Jennifer, hold on. Jennifer, hold on.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
The sound effect. Hey, Magic Hands, get the sound effects out of this guy.
Jennifer, quick.
Control,
God,
please. Good gosh. This is a professional show here, sir, all right?
All right, sorry.
Next up, buddy, Indianapolis Colts. Ahmad Bradshaw on this injury report did not play last weekend with the neck injury. He didn't practice on Wednesday either. Still waiting on information from team doctors to see if he will be ready to go this weekend. So Ahmad Bradshaw questionable, which makes Trent Richardson really the only show in town. Donald Brown still there for the Colts, but Trent Richardson, is he the man this week? Because he hadn't been the man yet.
Hey, guys, first touchdown was a Colt last week. I think he will. I think he'll step up this week. He'll have, say, 5 and touch, nothing good, but I think he'll get some points where you need them.
Yeah.
RB2, maybe a flex if you got him. I don't think. Of course, we're on some bye week, so this may put some people in a position where they don't have much of a choice.
Does it change?
I think he's viable play. He's a viable play this week.
Does it change your opinion if they're playing the Seahawks defense at Seattle? Actually, they're playing at Indy, but they're Seahawks D.
Ooh. Yeah, a little bit. That's
still. I think you still start him though. It's Trent Richardson. You draft him like top 7.
The last couple of,
yes.
I mean, he had some weak defense. I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah. As you notice, we're going right down alphabetical order for the injury report. So right after Indianapolis, it's Addison's favorite team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Guess what? For the Jacksonville Jaguars, your favorite player, Mercedes Lewis, he is going to be reevaluated as the week progresses, and his coaching staff has not ruled him out for Sunday's game. Let's give it up for Mercedes, Addison. Woo! Yay, Mercedes, we've missed you so. Has he even entered a game?
No.
Yeah, he ain't even played, right?
He's not.
God, that Jacksonville offense needs something, and they need something in a hurry.
That's Jacksonville. I gotta love the sound effects. It adds so much to the show.
It really annoys me. But MJD, again, he's going to be on the injury report every week. He is probable to go. Blaine Gabbert, even though this dude is terrible, they're probably going to start him again.
The only reason he's in the league.
What?
Hottest wife.
Blaine Gabbert does?
She's hot.
Wow.
She is banging, dude. Banging. Hot.
Next up, Kansas City Chiefs. All right, this is big news. Jamal Charles, everybody's top 5 running back fantasy-wise. Coach Andy Reid said that Charles finished Sunday's game against the Giants with extensive blisters on his feet, okay? We're talking about some heavy-duty blisters. So they list him as questionable. Addison, have you ever had any blisters all over your body?
Dude, do you want to rephrase that question? Dude.
Have you ever had extensive blisters all over your body? Oh Lord!
Dude,
I was waiting for a sound effect.
I'm done, dude. I don't have gayness on here. There's no button for that. What of your body? What is that? Why do you? I'm a grown man, dude. Why are you talking to me that way?
You just look like somebody who might have extensive blisters, like in various parts of your body.
What is wrong with you?
All right, back to the football. Miami Dolphin fans. Okay, tough game last week, Monday Night Football, and one of the big reasons that you guys suffered on the defensive end, I think your defensive end, Cameron Wake, who makes your defense very formidable, was out. He's listed as questionable this week. Keep your eyes on that defense for Miami. And also Brandon Gibson, the wide receiver, possibly on your bench if you've got him.
Yeah, I think he's a bench.
Yeah,
he's riding the pine right now.
Yeah, 6 catches for 71 yards. He's consistent, but he's nothing that's going to.
He's consistently bad.
Yeah, he's going to get you about 4 to 6 fantasy points. Addison probably starts him every week. Next up, we're going past Miami Dolphins. We're going to roll on to the Minnesota Vikings on the injury report.
That was your one-liner. There you go.
Christian Ponder. Do we have quarterback controversy in Minnesota?
The fact that we're even wasting airtime talking about a quarterback controversy in Minnesota, really?
Matt Castle comes in and gets Minnesota's first win while Christian Ponder sits on the bench injured with his ribs.
And again, Christian Ponder has another hot wife.
What is this show today? I mean, we got blisters, we got hot wives.
You got all of your body.
What in the hell is in the damn water today or in the air? Whoa. So, all right, anyway, I guess you say it's no quarterback controversy. I think if Matt Castle gets another win, I think Ponder's on the pine, brother.
I think with Castle, it gives Minnesota, it gets Greg Jennings back into offense of short. And Greg Jennings had a good week last week. He had some good numbers.
He had a great week.
You can bring in the Patterson. Was it
Cordarrelle
Patterson? Brings him into the mix.
Yeah.
Corduroy. That's what we're calling
Corduroy, exactly. Yeah.
We'll start Corduroy Patterson and brings him into the mix. So, yeah, I think Castle gives them a better option downfield. Now I'm throwing accents on my words. What have you done?
I think, and actually, we don't even have to worry about it this week. Minnesota has a bye, so I mean, who cares about what's happening in Minnesota? So AP owners, yeah. But Castle, what he does better than Ponders, he won't turn the ball. Well, he hasn't turned the ball over. He didn't turn the ball over last week.
Right.
Ponders been averaging 2 interceptions a week. So moving on, we're going to New England Patriots. Now, this is the biggest information on the injury report that's listed so far this week. Listen to all these big time players. They're listed on the injury report. Danny Amendola, questionable. He appeared to be running well at today's practice, though, Addison, which means he could possibly suit up this week. All right, the other big name, Gronkowski. They thought he was going to play last week. He sat out. Might sit out one more week. Guys, keep your eyes posted to the injury report. He could sneak in to the starting lineup this week, but I really do feel it's going to be one more week before he gets to play. Other big news, Stephen Ridley. This is breaking news, Addison. This is not something you find on ESPN or Yahoo. This is one of my secret spies up there in Foxborough told me. Stephen Ridley did not practice today. Sat out. They didn't even see him come out of the locker room. Addison, is it that or that? Which one is it?
Tweed.
It's got to be that Tweed. So anyway, y'all keep your eyes. Stephen Ridley, he got drafted top 2 rounds. Might not play. That means Brandon Bolden, LeGarrette Blount, running backs in New England.
Dude, that would be absolutely fantastic. I got Bolden in both my leagues.
Do you really?
Yes, and I got my minus AP this week. I need somebody.
Wow. I
look down. I've been such tight end play. That sounds bad when I say it like that. I've been playing for a lot of tight ends lately. So I got like 2. I mean, because you think about tight ends now are just as almost important as like receivers now, and it's fancy. Yeah. So I mean, you got Cameron, Jared Cook, Gronk. You have all these tight ends. So I've got like 2 or 3 tight. There are tons of Fleeter.
Yeah,
going crazy. Anyway, so I've been trying to figure out what I was going to do for my RBs. Well, I'm sorry. Now Jennifer's calling me.
Oh Lord. This show is a mess right now. Let's try to get it together, all right, buddy? Let's try to get it together.
But it doesn't matter what the Patriots do because we're coming back strong this week. They're playing Houday. Of course, I'll tell you what, the matchup, any of you Aaron Dobson fans with some of the injuries that the Pats had, I think the passing game, if you got Aaron Dobson, start him because they'll have you line up on Pac-Man. Pac-Man could be the scrubbiest.
Overrated
DB in the league. He sucks. They go after him every time, but generally he gets burned.
Yeah. We'll hit that matchup here in then our next segment. New Orleans Saints on the injury report. They look pretty good on Monday night. Lance Moore still questionable. Darren Sproles, great game. Mark Ingram basically been limited to – I don't even think he suits up anymore, so – Ingram fans, cut bait. He's gone. No big other injuries.
It's show.
Yeah, last week it was for sure.
Because, I mean, you got the outlet pass, you got the receiver out of the backfield, which is a whole other threat, which Ingram does not bring to the table. So, and Sproles, woo.
Did you watch that game?
I had him going. He won me my last game.
How many receptions and for yards do you think Marcus Colston got that game? I mean, do you remember hearing his name a lot?
Fourth quarter.
Okay. Well, how many? What do you think he did?
I don't know, 3 and 28.
Me too. I thought he might have 3 and maybe 30.
Yeah.
He had 8 and 96 yards. He is the most underrated wide. Nobody even talks about that dude.
No.
And he gets 8 for 96.
Because he went to what, Hofstra? What did he get, Hofstra?
Yeah. I'm telling you, he is very underappreciated. I think so. Something like that.
That's the facts that we bring to the table.
Marcus Colston. If you own Marcus Colston, I mean, they never talk about him, but you got to start him. He's your WR2 or flex every week. New York Giants next on our injury report. Did you hear what they did today? Darrell Scott, the running back that everybody picked up. They cut him today.
So you know why? Because you can't hold the ball. He fumbled twice a game. Coughlin went back his days at Boston College. Hated if you can hold on the ball, you might as well just hang your pads up.
Yeah.
He ain't going to play.
Yeah. Well, he's gone, so that leaves David Wilson and Brandon Jacobs, the only running backs there. So I own David Wilson in 2 leagues. Give him the damn ball. It's time. Don't pull it if he fumbles.
Was the entree roll? You see what he said?
What did he say?
That the Giants, from this point on,
we'll go undefeated.
We'll go undefeated.
Oh, I'd like to see the odds on that. If I took that bet, I bet the odds would be like 900 to 1. that they go undefeated.
I think that's being generous.
Really?
To go 12-0.
Yeah, maybe
in the NFL.
But Vegas ain't gonna give you really good odds. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to get rich.
They got to be 5. It got to be in the hundreds.
Oh, I would think in the hundreds for
like
sure.
51.
No, it'd be maybe 400 to 1. Next up on the report, we got the New York Jets. Santonio Holmes will miss at least the next 2 games with a hamstring. That dude's old and washed up, tired. He's done. But on the other side, Stephen Hill, he's the second-year receiver, concussed. He's questionable. They don't think he's going to be able to play on Monday night. So
really?
You got Santonio Holmes out and Stephen Hill.
Jericho Country.
He's at the Pittsburgh Steelers now.
Oh, God, I don't know, dude. I'm done. I'm retired. I'm done. I'm pink slipping it. I'm out.
So the Jets play, whoever they play, pick up their defense on the waiver wire. I think the Jets play Atlanta
Is this
Monday
first year
night.
at the Jets? First year at the Steelers?
Who? Jericho. He played there before, then went to the Jets. Now he's
That's
back.
right. That's right. I'm sitting here looking at Jets saying I was sitting there passing my bad.
Hey,
Sorry,
just
fans. My bad.
Fans, just a little bit of waiver wire wonder talk here. Mike Goodson, he's the guy he used to play at the Panthers. Went to
the Raiders.
Went to the Raiders. Now he's with the Jets. He's had a 4-game suspension, and he's been
God, everybody's on that tweed, man.
Mike Goodson, he has just been through a 4-game suspension for tweets, but now he expects to play next Monday against the Falcons. So if you're desperate for a running back, Goodson has some talent, right? I mean, he's got some talent. He said, I'm healthy,
speed.
strong, fast, and ready to play.
Is that what translates? If you have
He's
speed,
got speed.
That's
he's an NFL football player, so he's got to have some talent.
Dude, there's
right?
a whole sheet of free agents, NFL football players. I mean,
good point. My point would be if you
what is your point?
If you are desperate for a running back, it might be somebody you pick up and stash, see how he does his first week, and maybe you can insert it as a flex moving forward. Next on the report, Oakland Raiders, Darren McFadden. You drafted him top 3 rounds. He's hurt again with the same hamstring. He hurts every single year.
Marcel Reese.
It's Marcel Reese time. Matt McFadden did not practice today, so he's big time questionable for Sunday's game. Did you hear also they moved the game in Oakland to 11:30 p.m. Let me get this exactly right for you, Ad Rock. Because of the playoff game. The Oakland Athletics have a playoff game, so they moved the game Sunday night to 11:35 p.m. So not only are you going to have the 8:30 game Sunday night, you got an 11:30 one now too.
Wow.
Whoa. So for all you drunks and the guys that stay up late, like me and Addison, we'll probably be watching this 11:30 one late until the break of dawn, right?
That's crazy.
Wow. Terrell Pryor on the injury report listed as questionable, but he says he will play this week. Keep your eye on that. No other really big news out of Oakland. Oh, except for the Marcel Reese. Golly. We just mentioned Marcel Reese. He just pops up on the injury report. An MRI revealed that the knee injury Reese suffered Sunday won't require surgery, but he is very questionable for the game on next Sunday.
Cortisone, they'll dose him.
Man, these guys. Woo.
We'll get blazed up for him. We're good.
Philadelphia Eagles, everybody looking good there. No worries. Pittsburgh Steelers, the whole team stinks. Ben Roethlisberger, he's dealing with a minor finger injury. Says he'll play through it. We're not worried about him.
Antonio Brown, he's good.
He's good, but they're on a bye anyway, so they get a week to recover. So that's good. Moving forward, San Diego Chargers. Okay, this is unfortunate. This poor guy, every year, Malcolm Floyd, starts out the year good, Injured reserve, he's out for the rest of the year. Neck injury, out for the rest of the year. Poor guy. They're having a pretty good year, too.
Yeah,
Phillip Rivers playing well.
I'm going to lose sleep over that.
You've got Malcolm Floyd on every single one of your teams, probably. Right?
I had him on one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Next up, San Fran looking good. Seattle, no problems coming out of Seattle land, so they are good to go. St. Louis Rams, Dale Richardson, the guy you drafted as your RB2. Listen to this.
Will be losing his job any day now to Isaiah Pete.
Exactly. Richardson, who's got a foot injury, carried 42 times for 114 yards to date, could see a very reduced role in the Rams' rushing attack.
Yeah, because he just basically.
What's wrong with this dude? He looked good early. Now he's.
I don't get it. I
maybe
thought that he was all about it, and nope, he's falling apart. Daryl.
Do you pick up Isaiah Pede?
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, I'd grab him. If he's available. Grab Isaiah Pede for sure.
Look right now.
I've already got him in one league, but
is that your 0-4 league?
No, it's the other one. It's 2-2. Next up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers on their report. The big news: Josh Freeman, dude, looking for a new home. They're looking to shop him. They've called a third of the teams already, looking to see if they can get any value for Josh Freeman. My bet is they get zero value. They'll either have to cut him, give him away for like a way late round pick, but they're not going to get much for Josh Freeman. Vincent Jackson, he's going to be probable for the next game. Mike Williams, probable too. Mike Glennon needs all the help he can get as wide receivers. So both those guys got to go. Tennessee Titans, Jake Locker, out 4 to 6 weeks with his hip. So that means Ryan Fitzpatrick comes in to replace him. Addison, would you pick up Ryan Fitzpatrick in any league?
I kind of like him. I've been really big on the smart kid.
Yeah,
he's a Harvard grad.
Yeah, I guess you play a matchup to matchup.
He shaved the beard. Yeah, he looks normal again. He doesn't look like the clipboard Jesus.
right.
Up in Seattle. I don't. You know what? Sure.
If you need him.
If you need
one, play him.
Fitzpatrick we talked about last year, and granted it's a different offense, but dude was in Buffalo throwing up some numbers.
Yeah.
He'd either have a huge game or no game at all.
True.
I mean, it's 50-50.
I wouldn't know what to say really about Fitzpatrick. I guess if your quarterback's going to buy, all the other quarterbacks are picked up. Fitzpatrick will be there.
Fitzpatrick.
He can throw. He can throw the ball. Maybe not a huge arm, but anyway, if you need him, grab him.
He's a
Smart dude, right? Next up, last but not least on the injury report is the Washington Redskins. The big name that pops out here, it's Alfred Morris, the running back normally drafted in the early round or late round 1, early round 2. Morris indicated Monday that the bruised ribs he suffered Sunday are not that serious of an issue. He says he can play. The doctors say he's questionable. Keep your eye on that because if he can't go, Roy Halou. We might have a Roy Halou sighting. Wow. He's definitely on the waiver wire. So if you guys need a RB2 or flex, Roy Halou might be your man. Addison, anything else you want to say about injury report or waiver wire wonders?
No, just move along.
All right, let's take a quick break to thank our sponsor then, buddy.
Hi, I'm 2012 Greater Hickory Kia Classic champion Fred Funk. Please join us for the 11th annual Greater Hickory Kia Classic at Rock Barn October 14th through the 20th. Watch me defend my title against a fantastic field of Champion Store players. Weekly grounds badges are just $50. Individual tickets are $20 per day. Get your tickets today at the GreaterHickoryKiaClassic.com.
And we're back. Addison, you ready for the fastest 45 seconds in fantasy football history?
Roll with it, baby.
Here we go. Game 1, Thursday night, 8:25 kick in Cleveland, Ohio. The Buffalo Bills come to town to face those Cleveland Browns. Last week, the Cleveland Browns, you don't want to talk about this, Addison, but I definitely want to. They played the Cincinnati Bengals. Let me bring him up here. Let's talk about them real quick. I'm on the wrong damn site. Just talk about the game a little bit while I'm bringing this up.
I'm not going to do that to my team. They basically stunk it up. They're horrible. Hoyer went crazy. Josh and Cameron Jones, what's his name? Cameron, tight end for Cleveland.
Yeah, Jordan Cameron.
He just lit us up, dude. It's not funny.
After the Bengals put up all those points against Green Bay.
Cameron. Boo.
Browns win 17-6. Hoyer goes 25 for 38, 269, and 2 touchdowns, as you said. Jordan Cameron through the air, 10 for 91 and a touchdown. There's been a Willis McGahee sighting in Cleveland, too. Well, he went 15 for 46. They will play host to the Buffalo Bills. Bills get a big win last week, 23-20.
I like Critton, but this week I know Willis McGahee played, but I think he already got dinged up a little. I think Chris Obi-Wan, whatever his name is, Obi-Wan Kenobi, could be playing, the good running back choice as a flex. If you need somebody to put in this week, I think he's a good option because they went to him. He put up a touchdown last week. He's had some carries, 20, 30 yards here, but that could result in yet another touchdown for him this week. Yeah, the big news in Buffalo, remember, Spiller and Jackson both hurt in the backfield. Right now, Vegas got the number set at Cleveland -4, over under 40. This is a Thursday night game. Every Thursday night game so far has been a snoozer. How's this one look to you, Ad? Snoozer. Snoozer alert? Yep. What you like? I like Cleveland. Yep, I like Cleveland too. I'm going to lean Cleveland, especially with those two guys injured in the backfield. Yep. They play great at home, coming off. They got some momentum after beating the Bengals. I'm going to go Cleveland -4, and I'm going to lean under the total. I see this score being maybe 20-17. Next up, buddy, we travel to Tennessee where the Tennessee Titans take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Tennessee Titans last weekend lose their quarterback, but I think they ended up getting the win. They did, 38-13 over the Jets. Jake Locker, the quarterback that goes down, throws for 3 touchdowns, then unfortunately goes out early third quarter with the injury to the hip. Jackie Battle, your second favorite running back, Addison, 11 carries for 42 yards. And Nate Washington, you love this dude. 4 receptions, $105, 2 touchdowns. Wow. I mean, is he still out on waiver? He's got to be picked up by now, right? He can't be on a waiver report. If I had started him and Fleener. Do you had him on your bench? I had him on my bench. Lord have mercy. And Fleener. And Fleener, yeah. I'd have put up 215 points.
Wow. Yeah. Tennessee Titans plays host to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 4-0. They destroyed the Giants 31-7, and they do it not with a lot of noise. It's Alex Smith for 288 and 3 touchdowns. Jamal Charles, 65 yards. The tight end gets the most receptions. Addison, any chance Tennessee can upset the Chiefs? Right now, Tennessee's a 3-point favorite. Over under 39.
No, I like the Chiefs. Chiefs got with Andy Reid, got a lot of momentum. Even Dwayne Bowe's come around, even though he always picked up sloppy points. Dwayne Bowe's coming around. I like Cleveland. They've got I like Kansas City. They've got some momentum going into this week. What's wrong with it? Kansas City.
I'm with it, dude. I'm with Kansas City all day long until somebody can prove they can beat them because their defense is great. Their offense is even keeled. They don't make too many mistakes, especially with Jake Locker being actually out for the game and Fitzpatrick having to go. I like Kansas City to cover the 3, and I'm going to lean under the total 39 in this one as well. Next up, buddy, Miami. We will go. You ever been to Miami?
Yeah.
What'd you think about it? I know you loved it down there.
It's a cool place. It's old. It's
Stayed
old
up till
port.
6 in the morning, doing what you got to do, right?
I was at a boat show, so
what you doing at the boat show though?
Looking at boats.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. Did you go any clubs?
How can you even make?
Did you go any clubs?
No. How can you even make that going to a boat show? How can you? Oh, yeah, you go to a boat show. I went to.
How can I make what? Okay.
It's the largest boat show in the world.
What else were they doing in those boats? They like smuggling things.
It was a convention center. You douche. What's wrong with you?
We're going to Miami, where Addison went to a boat show, and they will play host.
I'm getting the sound effects.
They will play host to Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens lose last weekend to the Bills. Joe Flacco throws it 50 times for 347 and 2 touchdowns, but they lose the game because you know why? Their leading running back was Ray Rice. 5 carries, 17 yards.
I'm stepping all over you now just from the boat show comment.
You don't understand humor. You don't understand humor. See, I try to give you a little lead. You're supposed to go, make it, turn it into a story. We're trying to paint a picture for our audience. Turn the boat show into, we started at this boat show. The next thing I know, we ended up at this club. It was 5 o'clock in the morning, and Jay-Z was, next to me in the VIP.
Are you actually dancing
I'm
in front of the
as
mic?
we speak. Yeah, I'm dancing as we go. So you got to turn it into a story for our audience, Addison. Come on. I'll teach you one.
All right.
Miami right now, 3-point favorite over Baltimore, total 44.
Are you posing that toward me?
That's your question.
I'm still angry about the boat show.
I'll take this one from you, Addison, while you think of the story about the boat show. This one, Miami at home. They're coming off their first loss. Baltimore can't play any worse than they did last week. I think Baltimore goes to Miami and gets the upset win outright. So we're going to take the Baltimore Ravens.
We're going to take Tannehill. Tannehill's going to come. Tannehill's been playing great. The Miami's defense is stepping up. I like Miami's passing game, especially against this weak, busted up, old secondary Baltimore. You're wrong, Chad. You're wrong. Keep dancing over there like Jay-Z. You keep dancing.
You go your way. I'll go mine. Addison's going Miami. I'm going Baltimore, but I think we'll both go over the total, 44. Next up, buddy, Jacksonville goes to St. Louis. St. Louis could not have played a worse game than they did last Thursday against San Francisco. They lose 35-11. Sam Bradford throws it 41 times, but only for 19 completions and 202.
I mean, the Rams are sounding more like sheep.
Very nice, Ad. Very nice.
If you didn't hear that first time, sheep.
Keep it going, buddy. Just keep it going.
And they're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. See, I got them all. I got everything covered.
So this game just really stinks out loud. St. Louis 1-3. Jacksonville has not won a game yet. Last week for the Jacksonville Jaguars, they scored 3 points, lose 37-3. Blaine Gabbert 179 yards. MJD 23 yards. Cecil Shorts 61 yards.
Cecil Shorts is the only highlight so far of this offense.
But it's really not even
that.
You know?
Not even that.
St. Louis opened at a 7-point favorite. It's already up to 12. Can you lay 12 points with St. Louis right now, though? I know Jacksonville stinks, but Lord, what would you do? 12. Whoa.
I don't know. I think St. Louis has weapons they can put them up. Yeah, I'd take that.
You can't go against you can't go for Jacksonville, I guess is what I'm saying.
St. Louis is I think St. Louis is definitely more an upswing than Jacksonville. So, yeah, I'd take 12.
Yeah, the other thing I want to do is because the number is set pretty low, it's at 41.5, 42. I think I'll just lean over. Maybe Jacksonville gets 17, St. Louis gets 30. So let's lean the over there, but not very confident on that one. Next up, buddy, New England travels to Cincinnati. This is one of the games of the week, New England at Cincinnati. Last weekend for the Patriots, they beat the Falcons 30-23 on that great Monday night game. Tom Brady, 20 for 31, 316 and 2 touchdowns. The rookie Tompkins, 6 receptions, $127 and a touchdown. He looks really, really good.
Dude, I think the receiving core for New England, the rookies, Dobson and Tompkins, are fantastic. I mean, Brady's targeting them a lot. Dobson, though, we could have had easily 2 touchdowns.
Sure.
But one was a little high, one he just plain dropped.
Yeah. Think about when Amendola gets back in the mix. They still have Edelman. Then you get Gronk back in the mix.
I bet you won't.
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't think?
He's hurt. He's been hurt. He's like the Ryan. Who's the dude? San Diego.
Ryan Matthews.
Ryan Matthews. He's not going to be the next Ryan Matthews.
I don't know, man. I think if he gets healthy, they're going to be hard to keep him on the bench. Right now, Vegas got the number set right here, Addison. Oh, got the number set here.
Tell her said hi.
Cincinnati is a 2-point favorite at home against the Patriots. The total's 45. What
cat? You're the cat, baby. You're the cat.
What do you think? All over.
Dude, look, we're coming off a horrible loss. We beat Green Bay. All right, we can. This should be an easy win for us. It should be an easy win for us.
Wow,
dude. Look, the Patriots have almost gotten beat by the Bills, and who's the other one? Who else they play?
The Jets.
So you're talking 2 of the lower tier teams in the NFL right now that the Patriots have struggled against. We have one of the top 5 defenses in the league. I don't see a problem with it. I think we can pick them off.
Hey, man, I'm with you. Cincinnati coming off the tough loss last week to Cleveland. They redeemed themselves against the Patriots. Let's call this. It's not really an upset because they're a 2-point favorite, but most people think New England will handle this. I like Cincinnati. I like them to cover the 3, and I like this game to fly over the total. I think Dalton gets it back on track. Look for a big dose of A.J. Green, and Tom Brady will get his. He's a must start this weekend against Cincinnati secondary. Let's go.
Going for the record, too, I think, isn't he?
Touchdowns thrown consecutively?
Next week. 1 per game.
Yeah.
Gets he through 52 for 3 games.
Wow, what a record.
Yeah.
Cincinnati, minus the 2, and let's go over the 45. Next up, dude, who would have thought this game would mean something? Seattle goes to Indianapolis. This is a good game here, Ad Rock. This is a good game. Seattle undefeated 4-0. Indianapolis, I think they're 3-1, if I'm not mistaken. They are.
You're correct.
Seattle last weekend survives again, 23-20 against the Texans. Russell Wilson, 12 for 23, $123. But what he did was scramble for some much-needed first downs in that game. No fantasy value in this game, but he just gets the win. Unbelievable. Marshawn Lynch, what a game. 17 for 98 on the ground and a touchdown. 3 receptions for 45 yards through the air. They will travel to Indianapolis where the Colts are on a roll. 37-3 last weekend. Andrew Luck, 260 and 2 touchdowns. Reggie Wayne, 5 for 100 yards and the touchdowns. This guy just continues to excel. Big number here. Seattle, minus 2.5 on the road, over under 43.
I like Seattle. Defense wins championships. I like this game. I think their defense, Seattle has their DBs, free safety, stronger, bigger. I think they'll give the second-year quarterback give him some issues passing the ball. In Indianapolis running game, you got Trent Richardson against that defense. I do not like that matchup at all.
Right. Would you start Russell Wilson against an Indianapolis D? If you had, let's say, like a Flacco or Ryan Fitzpatrick on the bench, would you move one of those guys into your starting lineup?
I'd still move one of them on. Yeah, I don't. With these new age quarterbacks, you don't know what you're going to get. You could have a huge fantasy day, or you could not. The risk reward, for the wins losses in your league is too great. I mean, you got to have. Now you're getting to the point where you get to the 4th, 5th win of the year, or it'd be the 4th win of the year. You're only 2-3 wins away from making the playoffs. So I would go ahead and try to get as many wins as you can. Play a little conservative. Don't take the gamble.
On the other side, would you start Andrew
There's
Luck?
No other side, Chad.
No, would you start Andrew Luck for Indianapolis, or if you had an Eli on the bench? What would you do?
Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck's just been more consistent
against Seattle's D.
Yeah, he's still been more consistent. He still put up 250 a touch, 2 touches probably. Yeah. He won't have the 300-yard pass games. They're almost common in NFL nowadays. But I still think he's going to have a good day.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to lean Seattle too, man. I kind of, until somebody proves that they can beat them, I'm not real strong on this one, but I would lean Seattle minus the 2.5, and I'm also going to lean under. I think both these defenses, they're going to fill each other out for a while. I'm seeing maybe like a 14-17 or 20-14 type of game. So let's lean Seattle and under the total. Next one, we got a shootout in Lambeau Field. Detroit travels to Green Bay. Last week, Green Bay had a bye. Detroit played at home and put up 40 points. Matt Stafford, 242 and a touchdown. Reggie Bush on the ground. What a game. 18 for a $139 and a touchdown. Can Green Bay... do you smell a shootout in this one? What do you think? Do you smell a shootout? Vegas got the number posted at 54 right now. Green Bay is a 7-point favorite. You think it flies over?
Yeah, I think it flies over.
Green Bay is a 7-point favorite, too, coming off the bye. Do you think they're coming off that loss to Cincinnati? Then they get a bye where they get it together and get this win, division win against the Lions?
More importantly, fantasy owners throughout the world are going, thank God Green Bay is off bye week. They've got to have more people drafted in the top 5 rounds of the other team in the history of fantasy football.
Sure. If you pick one receiver for Green Bay this week, who's it going to be? For Aaron Rodgers?
Cobb.
Yeah, I like Randall Cobb a lot this weekend, especially against that Detroit defense. Last weekend, Detroit gave up 32 to the Bears at home. I can see Green Bay getting freaking 40 at Lambeau.
Easily. I mean, they're so much deeper in receiver.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah, one of our favorite bets of the week is going to be over the total 54. I'm going to lean Detroit to keep it close. I don't think they can win at Lambeau, but I think they might keep it closer than the 7. So let's take Detroit plus the 7, 54 over under. Next up, dude, Chi-Town we go. New Orleans travels to Chicago. Last week for the Bears, they lose 40-32. Cutler puts up 317 and 2 touchdowns. Forte having a great fantasy year, 14 carries, 95 yards. And the second-year guy out of South Carolina, Alshon Jeffrey, 5 receptions, a $107. Yeah, he's playing really well. They host New Orleans. New Orleans getting that win the other night against the Saints. Breeze. Man, I don't care if you're 50 points up on fantasy. I don't care if you're 60 points up on fantasy and Drew Brees is going on a Monday night. You got to feel like you're in jeopardy. If you're going up, kind of like I did.
Speak on, Chad.
Yeah, I was up 31.
Let's see how you became 0-4.
Up 31, Drew Brees going against a stout Dolphins defense. He already had the lead. I think he scored 30 points in a quarter and a half, So anyway, if you're going against Drew Brees in fantasy, guys, it is a scary, scary thing. Chicago will be challenging Drew Brees this weekend. Right now, Vegas got the number. Chicago, New Orleans is a pick'em, Addison. New Orleans total, Chicago 49.
I can see New Orleans coming back and laying an egg, though. I mean, I can see it.
I kind of feel that too, dude.
But I don't know. New Orleans is like a mini-me Green Bay. But with the tight end scenario, you double down on Jimmy Graham. You still leave it open. Colston. Then you got Sproles out of backfield, which almost no other team has that type of weapon like Darren Sproles in the NFL right now.
Right.
It is just stupid. He's a mini receiver with speed.
Yes.
Serious speed. But again, I mean, I can see if Green Bay makes the right adjustments. We'll see.
I really like Chicago at home. Yeah, they lost last week. I really like them when they're playing at home in Chicago. New Orleans travels. Big win Monday Night Football. Maybe they got little outside game, a little letdown here. I do love the over on this. Both teams can score at will. So let's take over the 49, and let's go Chicago Bears at home, 1:00 kick. Next up, buddy, Philadelphia against the New York Giants, 2 NFC East teams. This division stinks. Eagles got 1 win. Giants have 0 wins. Last week for the Giants, they put up 7 measly points against the Chiefs. Eli having a terrible year so far, 217 and a touchdown. David Wilson starting to maybe get a little bit of momentum, 13 for 55. Victor Cruz, monster day, 10 for 164 and a touchdown. Victor Cruz had his 164 of Eli's 217.
That's crazy.
3/4 of his output.
Crazy.
They will play the Eagles, who are on a downslide, 1-3. Playing terrible, can't stop anybody. They lose to the Broncos last week. Michael Vick goes for 248. McCoy on the ground, 16 for 73. And Brent Sillick, tight end, 3 receptions for 57 yards. Would you believe the Giants are favored at home by 3?
No.
They are favored at home by 3.
Unbelievable.
Total, 55.
0-4 first time since 87. They're favored.
They are favored at home. I guess that just shows you how much Vegas credits the Eagles, which I guess they had given them no credit.
None whatsoever.
And to be quite honest, I think the Giants get their first win of the year. I like the Giants at home. I'll make them my play of the week, Addison. The Giants at home gets it done. They cover this game.
Lock?
This is my play of the week, not the lock. We'll call it the play.
Lock?
We maybe have another lock coming down the road here.
Okay.
But we're going to take the Giants minus the 3. I think they get it done at home, and we're going to fly over the total. I see this game maybe like 37-30, 37-28. So let's take the Giants and over the total. Next up, Carolina fans, the first 4:00 game in Arizona. The Carolina Panthers play the Arizona Cardinals. There it is, live and in person, the sound effect machine.
Who?
The Arizona Cardinal.
Close enough?
That's close enough. Last weekend, Carolina coming off the bye. The Cardinals, they survive against the Buccaneers last weekend, 13-10. Carson Palmer, 248 and a touchdown. The rookie running back we talked about, Andre Ellington, 4 carries for 29. But, guys, I guess anticipate this his yardage to go up big time. Michael Floyd through the air, 5 for 87. The number, Carolina on the road, is a 3-point favorite. Have they been a favorite on the road ever?
Not in the last 5-10 years, have
Wow, so they are favored on the road. Addison, do you like them against Arizona?
No. They're the Carolina Panthers. Sorry.
You want to say anything else about
that's
that?
it. They're the Carolina Panthers. They'll find some way to screw it up. Look, Arizona's defense.
Tough words over here, Panther fans.
Arizona's defense has been playing strong lately. And the Panthers' offense, besides going up some weak-ass Giants offense right now, or defense, they haven't been proven. And so Arizona's been playing some tough teams already. So I think Carolina's going to have their hands full, to say the least.
Well, like normal, I will go against you here. Carolina, I think this is a better Carolina team than their record shows. Arizona has proven nothing to me. Their record is 2-2, but their wins come against a really weak Tampa team and some other scrubs, probably Jacksonville or something.
Yep.
Carolina on the road, they get it done to go 2-2. Go Carolina Panthers. Get that win. Get that record of 500. Let's also lean under the total. So let's go Carolina minus the 3, under the total 44. All right, buddy, we got a couple more left here. San Diego Chargers traveling to Oakland. This is the game we spoke about before. It'll be 11:30 kick for the San Diego Chargers. Phillip Rivers playing wonderful right now. Terrell Pryor might come back for Oakland. Let's see, Addison, right now, the Chargers, 5-point favorite, total 44.
I like the Chargers. I'm liking the Chargers matchup. I think they've been playing good. I think the coaches got them more inspired, and that's what they're playing like. Phillip Rivers had a good game last couple of games. I think, they can put it all together. I like the matchup and I like San Diego. I'm thinking over the total on this because both offenses are leaning more toward going over total. But I really do like San Diego.
Do you know Phillip Rivers is the number 2 rated quarterback fantasy points behind Peyton Manning this year? Unbelievable. He's having a resurgence. And Antonio Gates. Dude, Antonio Gates looks like he's 24 years old again. He is playing wonderful. I, too, like San Diego in this contest, only giving up about 3.5. Oakland playing terrible. Now they don't have him McFadden. Marcel Reese possibly out for the game. Who's going to throw him the ball? I really like Chargers in this situation, but I'm going to lean under the total here. So let's go Chargers minus the 4.5, and under the 45. Next up, bud, we are cruising along. This is a pretty good game, Addison. This is the 4:05 kick. Denver travels to Dallas. Denver, as everybody knows, is on fire. Peyton Manning putting up record numbers from a quarterback. Stupid numbers. Receivers, you can't stop them all, so you pick your poison. Is it Wes Welker? Is it Demaryius Thomas? Is it what's that? Eric Decker.
Who got some TV shows? You know this?
Yes, he's got this. You'll probably watch that one, won't you?
I didn't know this till I was flipping. There was Eric.
Yeah, you got a DVR. Don't even lie. So right now, Denver on the road. Listen to this. Opens at 3. Now it's at 7. Denver, a 7-point favorite on the road. Addison, total 56.
Like Denver, regardless.
Don't matter.
Just Denver, yeah. I mean,
Denver in general.
Their offense is absolutely stupid, sick.
If you had a wide receiver you would choose in this game for Denver, which one would it be?
Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah. Why so?
Still no more receiver. He's a bigger play, but Peyton spreads around. Yeah, I mean, you can pick either one. It's literally like drawing straws.
Yeah.
So, but the bigger play, it's the yards after the catch. I like Demaryius Thomas in this situation.
Yeah. I can't even go over Denver's numbers. They put up over 50 points, just sick numbers. For Dallas last weekend, Romo goes 27 for 37, 244, and 2 touchdowns. DeMarco Murray comes back to earth a little bit with 70 yards. Dez does what Dez does, 2 touchdowns, 81 yards. This will be my upset of the week, Addison.
Wow.
Dallas, not to win outright, but to cover the 7 at home. Denver flying high. Dallas coming off the loss to the Chargers. They're playing in the house that Jerry Jones built. They want to impress the Dallas fans.
Wow.
I'm taking Dallas plus the 7, and let's fly over the total. 57, Addison.
Lock of the week?
Not lock of the week. Just that's my upset cover of the week.
Checking.
2 more games to go, Addison. It's the Sunday Night Classic. This one a couple weeks ago would have been a huge game. Now it's lost a little of its luster. 8:30 Sunday kick. Houston Texans travel to San Francisco. San Francisco minus 7, total 43.
I'm liking Houston right now in this game. I think the run attack, San Francisco's defense is not what it was last year. It's still good, but I think Houston can put it together to come with a W. I like the total.
Over? You like the total over?
Yeah, 50 what?
It's 42.
Yeah, I like the total.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm with you, man. I like this number to go over the total 42, and I like Houston on the road as well. I think you see a heavy dose of Arian Foster and Ben Tate against a San Francisco defensive line that's a little bit depleted.
A three-man front.
Yeah, they're depleted. They're banged up right now. San Francisco to hang with Houston because Houston's going to hang some numbers. I like Colin Kaepernick in this game. I like Frank Gore in this game. I like Vernon Davis in the game. This is a fantasy
dream.
Fantasy dream. Thank you, sir. Fantasy dream. So let's go over the 42, and let's lean Houston plus the 7. Last but not least, and this might be a Monday night game that I just don't watch, Addison. The New York Jets travel to hot Atlanta. I mean,
wow.
Atlanta's 1-3. The Jets are 2-2. I mean, is there anything to talk about here?
With the injuries on both teams, no, not much. Just see what Matt Ryan does, basically.
Yeah.
Who starts? I guess Gino. We'll see what Gino does on TV.
It might be. So we got to tune in just to see what Gino does on the road on a Monday Night Football. Matt Ryan's putting up good fantasy numbers. He throws for 421 yards last weekend. Tony Gonzalez, 2 touchdowns, a $149 as a tight end. So they're playing good. They just can't seem to win. It's kind of they've lost how to remember to win a game. They'll play good for 3 quarters, and then they won't show up on the 4th. So it'll be interesting to see. Right now, the number is Atlanta's a 10-point favorite. Over-under's 44. I'm going to go over the total, and actually I'm going to take Atlanta minus the 10. I think they win this by 2 touchdowns. What do you think about this one?
I like a good call on that one. I do like the ATL on this one.
Cool. All right, buddy. That wraps up the fantasy 45. Good job there.
So I'm over here bobbing and weaving.
I'm gracious. Your eyes are almost closed.
Dude, I was sitting there because you're so boring. I mean, I was sitting there like going, God, Chad ever to stop talking? It's just miserable.
Next weekend for the format, I want you to sit here and you lead it, and I'll be like the commentary. I guarantee you I'll be asleep over there. Half of our downloaders will probably cancel their subscriptions.
I want you to get for the prop. Just give me props this week. The week I've had, and this has been a crazy week.
Can you want to talk about it any? Or?
Yeah, I mean, so when my pops had a little medical procedure,
and he's doing
he came home yesterday. But that's
good.
Getting it ready for him to get the house ready for him to come home after double bypass, and then with work, and we're buying a house. We're moving in a week. My life, I've been going back to work till 1 o'clock, and then my home life, I got boxes everywhere.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and you still find time to give back to the listeners of the fantasy format.
Exactly. So if I'm over here listening to your jibber jabber, and I'm over here bobbing, you heard the stud right here. That was my head banging the microphone, people.
Did you see how many times he yawned over here, Magic Hands? It was unbelievable. But hey, buddy, get you some rest. Take care of yourself. All right, take care of yourself. Now in 2 weeks, we got big stuff happening in Hickory. We've got the Rock Barn. Greater Rock Barn Classic.
Jimmy Corral, baby. Jimmy Corral.
Presented to us by Kia. That happens in 2 weeks. We've also got Oktoberfest happening.
Yes.
So just a big stuff happening in Hickory, North Carolina. This weekend, my girls' soccer team, which I'm the coach of, we're 3-0. We challenge another 3-0 team for first place of the entire YMCA.
How many games you play?
I think there's only 5 teams in the league, so we're 3-0. We're playing the other undefeated team. We'll be 4-0. We play each team twice, so we're halfway through the season.
At 3-0, you're halfway through the season. Good match, Chad.
Yeah.
That's great math. That's
so we're almost there. So that's interesting.
NC State, ladies and gentlemen, NC State.
There's 5 teams.
And you're 3-0. We're halfway through the season.
After this game this week,
so we
only play 4 other teams because we're one of the 5. Do you understand that? Dude, oh my Lord. Magic Hands, get him out of here. This dude is just the worst. Anyway, LR, Lenoir Ryan University, has a big homecoming game this Saturday. So I might see you out there. The weather's supposed to be beautiful. Looking forward to a great Hickory weekend.
It'll be nice. It's going to be nice.
Watching a lot of football on Sunday. So anyway, man.
Who day, baby? Let's
Hopefully
get out
I'll
here.
see you this weekend.
Let's do it, baby.
Later, Magic Hands.
Y'all be good.
Peace.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.